Welcome to Go Live TV, the future in your hands. The only multicultural IPTV station that brings communities together. Over 2.7 million people have already watched. Go Live TV, anytime, anywhere.
Hello and welcome back to the Cyper Show once again, and I'm so glad and honored to be here. So much to be grateful about. And today I am welcoming you back to a new episode where we're going to be sharing stories of testimonies and things that have touched our lives and how we redefine heroism in our own lives, individual journeys. And this is just for you to sit down with us and listen to your heart and listen to what you're feeling so we can connect in this next conversation that I'm going to have with an amazing woman, Natasha Khan, who's going to be telling us so much about you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
So glad to see you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So do you. I love the hair.
Thank you so much. So I'm honored to have you today. And mostly, I was going through your biography, and you said that it's your second chance to life.
Yes.
And today, I feel honored and so blessed that I get to have a moment and a little bit of your time in that, because I feel like it must be so precious to you.
It is. It is. I'm actually 4 years remission as a breast cancer warrior.
Wow.
I went through it I was diagnosed in 2017, April. Mm-hmm. And from there, just everything started happening for me. And during the treatment with my chemotherapy, it's something that makes you just lay down, like your entire life stops. Mm-hmm. Because it's so bad that you go through all these emotional things, you're not able to do the things, you're not as strong as you were before.
Right.
And it was just like I had almost died, to be honest. I lost all the hair from head to toe. My hands were black and my feet were black. My skin was horrible, but everybody told me I looked beautiful. Now it's the second time for me to actually do my purpose and my passion, which is helping people.
Amazing. Yeah, I love that. And even just to take you a little bit back, because I know I rushed you right through it because I was being so thankful for who you are and taking this time, because you're still helping just by being here.
Yes.
Maybe I would request for the music to be off, please. So just to say that a little bit of introduction about you to our listeners. You're a mother of two beautiful ladies, you said.
I am. I have a 22-year-old and a 12-year-old. Mm-hmm. Two amazing girls that I couldn't ask for better with. Mm-hmm. Their dad is around, so I have the support of him as well. But it's mostly just the two girls and I right now. So
yeah. Because I read that you also had the 20 over something years of a relationship that broke down. So I'm imagining this warrior woman, like a superwoman really, who has beautiful children. And all these things that you went through, and those are the stories that I'm looking to tell in terms of your experiences and just how resilient you are.
Well, yes. Going through the relationships, they were two really long relationships. Both were about 14 years each. The first one was with the children's father, and we raised the kids, and we raised our first daughter, who's 22. But just a lot of things didn't work out between us, and it just came to a point where I had to make a decision for myself and for my children. And it was more or less, you know what, I can't be unhappy because it reflects on them as well. So I decided that, you know what, we're just going to move our separate ways and do what we have to do. So two girls and I left, and we started a whole new life. And Got into another relationship, and that one lasted for a while. And that one is the last one I just recently got out of, maybe about 2-3 years ago. And that one, he was here for my whole treatment and the whole cancer and stuff. But going through the relationships, it was a moment for me to realize what I didn't want anymore, or what it is I wanted for myself and not anymore for anybody else. Now it's more or less, it's just about Natasha. And as selfish as it may sound, it's what I have to do in order for me to move ahead and to find myself and for me to find my purpose.
So, in all these things that you went through, life itself, was there a moment where you were like I'm doing everything for everybody else, like the time that you decided to work for you?
Yeah, it was more, I would say when I was having my treatment and I was like in a dark moment, and you lay there and you think to yourself, you're by yourself, first of all. Nobody else is there for you to understand that pain. Not that I didn't have a support group, but it gave me a moment to realize I do so much for everybody, and I'm here now by myself. So obviously I'm here by myself because I need to find out what it is I need to do for me now. And after my whole treatment, I expected to get back up on my feet and go get everything and be this powerful woman.
Yeah, which you are, by the way. You're doing incredible. You're groundbreaking.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Yeah.
But it took time. After the treatment, I had to, the person I was with, we had to move, and we decided that's when we were going to go our separate ways. So my girls and I basically buckled up and we found another place, and the three of us moved in. And this time it's just the three of us. It's nobody else with us.
How does that feel, like choosing to stand on your own toes?
Honestly, it felt amazing. It felt so powerful. I remember the day that I, went to bless the house and just walk around the house by myself, and I had that moment of, you did this, and you're going to do this. No matter what happens, you're still going to get through everything. And I did. And it's been the three of us now for the last 2-3 years on our own, and it's been great. There's nobody in our space that we're, that we have to share with. It's just the three of us. And honestly, those two girls really are the ones that push me to do everything today, because my daughter, the older one, when I was going through my treatment, she actually graduated out of college, Durham College, and she graduated with honors.
Incredible. Congratulations to her. Yeah.
Thank you. And then now she's graduating from Ryerson. So
wow, amazing.
It's amazing to see my kids push through when they saw me at my worst, is what I can say.
So you have all these things happening beside you in terms of like your daughters are achieving things and they have a whole life in front of them, and you're also battling for your life, literally. So like I imagine there must have been a moment of revelation in the terms of the new decisions that you've made.
Oh yes.
So what comes? You talk about purpose a lot. Like what is that? Because so many of us are working 9 to 5, and we don't want to wait until you feel like your life is almost over to chase the purpose.
It's not waiting, is how I look at it. It's divine timing.
Wow.
When it's your calling, or when you're called to do something, that's when it will happen. So much of us want to rush into things and we want to get this done, and it's not going to work, because we have to go through certain things in order to learn what the next step is. So, for instance, doing hair, you need to learn the certain steps in order to do here. You need to know what sort of products to use. You need to know how to care for it. So there's steps, and the same thing with life. For me, I have to go through certain things in order for me to move up to a next level.
Right.
I've had a moment where I've actually been walking and I'm like, oh, that's why you've put me in so many high positions. Like I've ran 2 daycares, I've been a supervisor with it, and it's just, I've had staff and children that I was in charge of. So now for me, I understand, okay, so your purpose is to have your own business and for you to do and run it how you want to.
Wow, amazing. So in other terms, I think I'm getting so much from this. Like, honestly, thank you so much.
No problem.
Because I realize that you need that experience, because we are running, like we feel like we're running out of time and we're chasing things, but also having that experience, I think it's incredible.
Most definitely. And unfortunately, during the last year with our situation, it has been, for some people, a blessing. Some people, it hasn't been. It's how you take it and how you deal with it. And that's what I believe. This is a time that I'm not busy. I'm not going here and there. I actually have time to focus on myself and focus on what I want to do later on.
So as a mother, what are I understand from this that, because it's an experience. It made you who you are and made you stronger and it made you this incredible woman that you are. So in other times, you wouldn't take anything back if you could?
No, absolutely not.
Amazing.
Absolutely not. Not the cancer, not the relationships. They were all lessons for me. That's how I've accepted it. Even when I found out about the breast cancer, at first people were like, aren't you upset? Aren't you mad? And I wasn't mad. I really wasn't. I just went with a positive attitude that I have to go through this in order for me to shine my light.
Wow.
So, and I guess now I'm starting to.
No, you are. Like, honestly, like earlier I was talking to my friends about healing and they said, I think it's a verse in the Bible that we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against principalities. So when you talk about that, having that positive approach to everything, it kind of helps you to become a healed person.
Yeah. And I mean, it's difficult sometimes to always stay that upbeat and positive person. So you have to learn to accept the negative thoughts, but don't let it sit with you. You know, it comes in your head. It's normal. You're human. We're all humans. But it's up to us to say, okay, am I going to let that negative thought sit there and fester in my head? Or am I going to say, okay, thanks for coming, but you know what? It's time for you to go.
Wow.
And that's what I've been working on. Even with, driving or people out there. People are always going to say something negative. It's up to you how you're going to take it.
Wow, amazing. So maybe as we close up, what are the advice that you would tell your daughter? Like as someone you love that much, like what are the advices you would tell other young women who are still experiencing lives and getting all those lessons from all around them?
To find yourself. Really and truly find you.
How does that come about?
It's something that you have to go through things. The different life changes that we all go through, take them as lessons, the good and the bad. Always take them as lessons and take those lessons and use them as skills for your future.
Wow. I am booking an autograph right after this. So as everyone follows, she has an incredible podcast where she tells more of your story. Maybe you can let them know about it and we'll follow you.
Yes, it's called Talks with Tash. And my slogan is where we heal, feel, and release.
Wow.
It's basically, we have to feel whatever we go through, then we have to heal from it, and then we got to release it.
Wow, that's it. You have it, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone who is following us. Thank you so much,
Thank
Natasha,
you,
for
Rita.
this. It's such an
Yes.
honor.
Thank you for having
And
me.
thank you.
This is our family.
This is our life.